everyone, this is Rabbitearsblog and welcome to another general discussion series. And today's general discussion that I'll be talking about today is, should video games have storytelling in it? And before I get into this, here are a few words from the channel. Alright everybody, it's time to get on the social media train. Want to chat with me in 100 words or less? Then check out my Twitter account. Want to talk about movies, TV shows, and video games within the group? Then check out my Facebook account. Want to check out some of my ultra cool fan art? Then check out my DeviantArt page. Want to get the lowdown on everything that's happening on this channel? Then check all of the above. And now, we return to our regularly scheduled program. So over the years, video games have changed a lot as a medium. Like, instead of just having the gameplay being the main attraction of video games, you also have a lot of video games that feature lots of stories and voice acting that goes along with said stories. So, should video games have storytelling in it? My answer to that is, yeah, I do think that video games should have storytelling to them. Not all of them, however, but I'll get more into that later on. So let's talk about why I think that video games should have storytelling in them. I think that storytelling should be featured in video games because it helps the gamer have a better understanding of the characters that they're playing as, and it also makes the characters themselves much more interesting characters. Like, for example, I would like to have the character have a much more interesting personality that relates to me or is really entertaining to me, or just make the character really likable. And as for the storytelling regarding the world that the character is in, I would like to have some kind of storyline where the character goes on a journey and we get to see how said journey affects said character, and we get to see why the character is going on this journey in the first place, other than save the world. Maybe we could see how this journey is affecting the character emotionally, and I love to see how that's all progressed. And I think that really good storytelling can tell us how a character is feeling during this journey and how they relate to other characters throughout their journeys. So I do think that having a good storyline or having good storytelling helps us really connect with said characters that we're playing as, and also helps explain more about the world that the character lives in. Like, I love it when video games try to explain to the viewer about what world the character lives in and how said world works out. It's like the most interesting thing about video games to me is the world building, and I think that a good story is able to explain the world to the viewers or to the gamers and see how this world affects the characters themselves. Now, does this mean that all video games gotta have storytelling? No, they don't really have to. Like, some of my all-time favorite video games don't really have any stories to tell. Like, the focus is mostly on the gameplay, and that's fine with me as long as the gameplay is really good. Like, sometimes some video games don't really need a story to be fun. Their main focus is just focusing on the gameplay, and as long as the gameplay is good, I'm okay with all that. But overall, I do think that storytelling should be allowed in video games because it gives us a better perspective on the characters we're playing as, and it also gives us more information on the world that the characters live in and how the world functions. So I do think that storytelling does a really good job at developing the characters as well as establishing the world that the characters live in. So those are my thoughts on this topic, and tell me in the comments down below, what do you guys think about storytelling in video games? Do you think that it should be allowed, or do you think it shouldn't be allowed? And what are some of your favorite video games that have really good storytelling? Please let me know in the comments down below. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is Rabbitearsblog, and I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, like this video? If you want to check out more crazy content from this channel, then please hit that big old colorful subscribe button. And if you are feeling extra generous, then please support me through Patreon so I can make more awesome content for this channel.